Football is back, baby. Yes, Sound Off Sports covering all things football this week. We're talking UNLV, their win over Idaho State. Plus, we're making predictions for the college football playoff and the title. And, of course, we have a great guest, Michael Mizrahi, the grinder, the dude who won the World Series of Poker main event, joins us here in the Den. SOS starts right now.
Make some noise. This is Sound Off Sports, sponsored by Sam and Ash.
Are you concerned by UNLV football's close call with Idaho State? Larry Shepard on Facebook says 31 points and 555 yards of offense. Very concerning.
Welcome back to a brand new edition of Sound Off Sports. Mike Davis here alongside James Edward Berkman, the fourth in his West Virginia Mountaineers.
Reppin', baby. A lot of famous alums.
He's got the jersey on. James moves like a Tavon Austin around the office. So
yeah, that's what they say. Me and Joe V. Hill.
Moving.
Lightning.
Inside joke. He's through the halls. They're juking. They're doing all their moves. But listen, we asked everybody at home. Make sure you always give us a call, 702-855-3502. We asked everybody, are you concerned about the Week 0 UNLV victory over Idaho State 38-31? Let's hear what some people are saying at home, James.
I don't think we were going to beat them by 31 points. I'm going to take this win here and try to learn from it. But you got to give Idaho some credit. They came to play, and I think we took them a little bit lighter than we should have. But they learned something the last game. But we'll do better next game. We better.
Elevator P.
Shout out.
Love that guy. Thanks for giving us a buzz. 702-855-3502. As always, leave your sound off on whatever you want. So James, Week 0, which is weird in itself, but I think to me, the big takeaway from this is it would be disastrous if you lose this game, and you didn't. So, I mean, the big thing is a lot of times you got to realize, new coach, there's only 2 returning starters on this team. So this is
50-plus new transfers.
So this is not like, Barry Odom last year, 11 wins last year.
In his second season, a culture established.
Right. This is a brand new
thing. Been around each other.
You can't just think that last season to this season,
it wasn't going to,
Now, Dan Mullen, I do think there's something to be said for pulling out that game where you're down in the fourth. Even though you got 4 interceptions, you're doing all this stuff. Defense isn't playing great. They're making turnovers, but you lose momentum if you lose this game. The season in a big way is
pretty
lost.
much over if you drop Week 0 to FCS Idaho.
To me, this is like typical coach speak. We made it through. We got the W, on to next week. To me, that's the name of the game with this.
Week 0 with this team, that they've only been together like 8 months. Dan Mullen got hired 8 months ago.
Right.
Spring practice was 5 months ago. And you're talking about Dan Mullen, a guy who for 3 years was working at ESPN. He wasn't even coaching, and Barry Odom's staff leaves. They bring in 50-plus new transfers. It wasn't going to be perfect the first game. And I had people text me, like, what are you betting? What are you betting? What are you taking? Are you taking UNLV? And I'm like, I don't know, because everything is so new. So I think if you were expecting UNLV with this new staff, with these new players, new everything to just come in day one and look like world beaters, you were lying to yourself. You were a little bit naive in that sense. So I agree with you where they just needed to get the win. A loss there would have been a complete and total disaster. But not to mention, this is a game where Orji fumbled on the goal line, cost them 7 points. 2 missed field goals, cost them 6 more points. That's 13 points off the board there that if they have, we're talking about this game a lot differently.
Yeah, and there's a lot of positives. There's a lot of mistakes, but things like that happen, especially in Week 0. Let's go to another call, though, that we got from somebody at home.
Hey, what's up, Mike and James? This is Kevin from D.C. Just calling in with a couple of my takeaways from the UNLV game. Number one, Jet Thomas looks like a Heisman winner. I mean, they robbed a Mountain West running back last year of the Heisman and gave it to Travis Hunter just because he played more snaps. So it sounds like this is the year. I mean, give it to Jet Thomas. 150 just about in this game, 3 touchdowns, great stat line. 2, Calandria looks great. Who would have thought a quarterback from the University of Virginia would look this good? But here we are. He, looks like a competent quarterback, which is more than you can say for most of the UVA QBs. 3rd, Alex Orji should play running back. He just doesn't have it like that, but he can run the hell out of the ball. So put him in that role or give him that Taysom Hill sort of role where he, subs in every so often. UNLV fans have nothing to be worried about. Dan Mullen's still figuring it out. It's on to next week. We'll figure it all out. Go Revs.
All right, Kevin, D.C., thanks for always giving us a good call, 702-855-3502. Yeah, that's a good point. Calandria looked good on the ground, through the air. This is a competent guy. Yeah.
Calandria's got to be your starter. Right?
It's fascinating. He seems like if we even had him last season, what that team could have done, just having a competence at quarterback like that.
As much as I love Hodge Malik Williams, and he was very good for UNLV, I think Calandria is the best quarterback that they've had really over the course of the last 3 seasons.
Yeah,
so and beyond really.
I think this is the big thing. Of course, there's a lot of mistakes. It's week 0. It's not even week 1. It's week 0. Okay, the big thing, you got the W. That's what you need in a chaotic first game under a tenure of a new coach, a guy who's been, like James said, not on the sidelines, in the studio like us for a few seasons. Yes, he's an SEC coach, but there's a lot of new guys, only 2 returning starters. So to get the W in a situation like that, Idaho State's not the worst team on planet Earth. People like them,
They were 5-7 last year in the Big Sky, an FCS school. And I don't think the offense is what we need to be talking about. It's the defense that's concerning.
Yeah.
31 points you gave up, 555 total yards of offense. But we knew that this was kind of the concern the whole offseason, where we knew Dan Mullen would have the offense locked down and the offense would be good. It was, would he hire the right guy to call the defense?
Right.
And Paul Guenther, week 0, didn't look so good. But now I think
they can adjust.
Where the scary thing for UNLV fans is you now have a short week to prepare for Sam Houston on the road in Texas.
Yeah.
That's not an easy game. If your defense can't get stopped, you turn right back around after that. You got UCLA, a Big Ten school led by Nico Iamaleava, coming to town.
Right. That's
bye week, and then at Miami of Ohio. You lose.
Right.
Your college football playoff hopes are not out the window, but take a huge hit early on in the season. So if Paul Guenther and that defense can't get it figured out quick, I don't like what I'm seeing. 2
last things. One, yes, very critical stretch coming up right here. But also college football and just the nature of football in general, even in the NFL now, it's about putting points on the board. A great offense is a good defense. And I think if you had to choose, James, having that good offense to generate some points is probably there's a lot of shootout teams. Last year, 100%. Even in college football, teams that are ranked in the AP top 25 don't have tremendous defenses, but they're always putting up dropping 40, dropping 50. So it kind of helps. So I do think I would be optimistic as a UNLV fan. I think it's good we got the win. Let's get this critical stretch.
I'm with you 100%. I would much rather at the college football level and really at the NFL level, I would rather have a world beater offense than a great defense, but an offense that can't score. And I agree with you. I think they're going to get it figured out. There's a lot of talent on this team. They have 25 plus Power 4 transfers. It's going to get figured out. It just wasn't going to be perfect week 0.
There you go. All right, it's only week 0. Guys, coming up right now, after a short break, we got the grinder, Michael Mizrahi. He just won the World Series of Poker main event title. You don't want to miss this. Michael Mizrahi, the grinder, next.
Are you concerned by UNLV football's close call with Idaho State? Bill Paddock on Facebook says, not to worry. We have a good coach, new team getting used to each other and still sizing up positions. Idaho State played above their expectations to the level of competition, pull together as a community, and they will pull together as a team.
And I am joined by a guy who's on a true heater. That's why it's good we got him here for Dry Heat. You know him as the grinder. I know him as Michael Mizrahi. First of all, dude, so much going on with you, but you're coming off maybe the best time of your life, I heard. 44 years old, you just win the World Series of Poker main event, $10 million. You just got announced that you're going to be inducted into the Poker Hall of Fame now. What does this all feel like? You've accomplished everything, but this was the big last one.
Yes. I mean, I've done the Players' Championship. When I won the first Players' Championship, it was like, oh, my God. It was like the happiest day of my life. That was my first bracelet. Then I won the second time. I was like, oh, my, you can't. The third time, then the fourth time, it was like, then it became legacy. And I was like, everyone's like, wow, this is amazing. How do you do it? Like the fourth time, no one's ever done this before. Then after that, come back and win the main event. And I was doing the speech. So we had we did the Israeli national anthem and stuff like that. And then we did Hatikva. And then I told everybody the best you guys can finish in this main event is second place. So there's nothing wrong with second place. And I ended up winning it, which is really cool.
I mean, 8 bracelets, 2 World Series of Poker championships, 4 Players Poker championships, $29 million in earnings. Now you got the main event. I mean, what do you do after you win the main event for the World Series of Poker? What's the party like after that?
Do you want to know what I really did? I went to go play more poker.
No, you didn't.
No, I took a trip to Newport Beach, Laguna Beach, relaxed for 2 days, went whale watching. I did. I relaxed for 2 days. And then went back and played a little more poker, a little more cash.
So you don't do the club, you don't do all that stuff after.
I didn't say I don't do it. How do you think I got the name of the Grinder? It's not from poker.
How did you get the name the Grinder? That's a great
nickname.
Well,
I had when I was playing online poker, I needed a nickname for myself. So I was like, what's going to suit me well? So I thought it fitted me perfectly when I was, just waiting for good hands, picking the right spots. And then I couldn't figure out a name. First, I started off as Michael 34. And I was like, no, I need a real nickname. Then it became the Grinder, and then since then it's been almost 30 years. So
I want to get into your whole history, your mom, your dad, Ezra, everything that growing up in Miami Beach, all that stuff. But let me just ask you this, because I'm not the biggest poker guy in the world. I don't know a ton about it, but you became very famous, once Poker TV kind of started in that heyday of having, Raymer and all these kinds of guys. You start getting, Doyle, all these guys, you're becoming a fixture along with your brother Robert. But $10 million, when you get that, how do they? I mean, I know you've had $29 million of earnings. You're winning all the time. It's a frequent thing for you. But $10 million for that event, how do they give that to you? Do they give that to you in
You could take it however you want it, but we took the wire.
You take the wire because that's the
just
safest.
To keep it the safest way for not, you're walking out with $10 million. That's a lot of backpacks.
Right, because
then everybody knows you just won it, so you want to take the safe route and take the wire.
And in that world, because even recently here in Vegas, we had that Asian poker player. There was a worry about him and the backpack, and he disappeared after coming for the main event. So there's always stories. All right, thank you to the Grinder, Michael Mizrahi. For our full conversation, go to our YouTube page, Silver State Sports. All right, welcome back to Sound Off Sports, 702-855-3502. Always give us a call. We'd like to hear your thoughts when you can sound off and give us your 2 cents on things. College football returns this weekend for the big slate of a lot of games.
The big one.
We asked everybody at home who's going to compete, who's going to win the national championship, who's going to the college football playoff. Listen, I kind of came up with my picks for each of the big conferences.
Let's hear it.
So let me do that, and then I want to get your thoughts, because you really are the college football guru. I mean, you love college. You like college football more than you like the NFL.
It's close.
Yeah. For me, it's not close.
I think college football is a lot more fun than the NFL, but
you like
each their own.
You like a lot of what comes, the surrounding.
There's a lot of pageantry. There's so many different teams, the different traditions. There's so much great about college football that the professional level kind of loses.
Yeah, it's a rich tapestry, college football, that is. All right, well, let's review this. I think Big Ten, it's pretty obvious. Penn State is got a lot of firepower this year. James Franklin.
That's who you have coming out of the Big Ten?
Yeah.
All right.
That's who I think is going to win. A lot of people are picking them, though.
Yeah, and I don't know why.
They have a lot of juice, more juice than I've seen Penn State have in years. Listen, James Franklin's a pretty good coach.
Since they were winning natties with Joe Paterno, I can't remember really.
39 years ago, I think, is the last time they won a national
it's
championship.
been a long time.
So it's been a long time. Their QB is great.
A lot of people like Drew Aller.
So I like him. They got a lot of talent. I think that's what's going to happen there. ACC, a lot of people like Clemson. I'm still going to go Miami. I think
you're a homer.
I'm a homer. I got to do it. Listen, I'm not that much of a homer. I could have taken Northwestern in the Big Ten.
It's not out of the realm of possibility. Dabo doesn't believe in the transfer portal.
I think Dabo's doesn't have the same effect. Clemson doesn't scare me the same way they used to since the transfer.
Not in this
portal,
era.
You know. So I'm going to take Miami. SEC is where it's tough. I love Garrett Nussmeier a lot.
A lot of people do.
I know. I like, and LSU has me, but I my heart wants UT with everything with Arch. So I think I'm gonna go UT. I like Coach Steve too. So I don't know.
Sarkisian's done a great job.
I think he's one of the guys who really could be a legit NFL coach. So I'm gonna go UT. Although I do like Garrett Nussmeier a lot. And then Big 12, I'm staying at Arizona State because
not these guys.
I'm not going those guys. I love that team. Even though they lost Scadaboo, what they showed me last year is they're good. That Kenny Dillingham, great coach. He's going to be like coaching Alabama soon or so. Like he's one of those guys. He's going to have a top job.
I don't think he's leaving Arizona State.
Really?
You got to think about the new era that we're in with college football. That's his alma mater, right? So this has been his dream to coach ASU. In this era of NIL, this new era of college football that we're in, there have been some sleeping giants. Arizona State being one of them, popped off last year. People talk a lot about UNLV here being a sleeping giant. I think Arizona State with the money is going to be considered a top job.
The money
sooner rather than later.
But he's a tremendous. He could be
Kenny Dillingham.
He could be a top 5, top 10 coach. And that the
QB,
Sam, what's his name? Sam
Leavitt.
Yeah. He's not bad.
No, he's very good too.
Yeah, so I like it. So I don't know. I think there's a lot of excitement.
Lost some talent in Scadaboo and Tyson, but I like the momentum that Arizona State has.
Yeah. So that's where I'm going. I don't have my national champion yet, but that's where I'm going for the conferences.
I disagree with you in terms of Penn State.
Yeah.
I made my national championship picks, and I'm going to give you a couple nuggets here. So only 2 teams since 2000 have started the preseason ranked number 1 and then won the national championship. It was 04 USC and 2017 Alabama.
Wow. Really? That's a good stat.
Yeah. So since the college football playoff started in 2014, no team ranked outside the top 6 has won the national championship.
Gotcha.
So you can kind of remove a lot of teams using those 2 statistics just by using what the data tells you.
Okay.
So what teams does that eliminate in the top 6? Texas. Although I love Sark, I love Arch Manning. I want to love Arch Manning, but we haven't really seen him play.
No.
You know, they really liked Quinn Ewers, so I'm not taking Texas. Penn State, I'll tell you right now, James Franklin can't win the big one.
Yeah.
AP top 10 opponents. Guess it.
But hold on. You can't win the big one till you win the big one. Didn't everybody say that about Ryan Day?
No. Hold on. Against AP top 10 opponents.
Yeah.
James Franklin, his tenure at Penn State, he's played AP top 10 opponents 23 times. Do you want to guess how many wins he has?
Wow.
Take a guess.
2.
4. He's 4-19 against AP top 10 opponents. The man just does not win big games against equal or better opponents. So you can eliminate Penn State right there. We're running out of time, so I'm going to wrap this up. I'm going with Ohio State and Georgia in my natty. I'm going with Ohio State to repeat.
Wow.
Julian Sayin coming in. He's the new,
what do you think
new
about
quarterback there.
People like him.
5-star kid. A lot of people like him. You have Jeremiah Smith, who is top 2 players in all of college football.
Yeah.
Caleb Downs on the defensive side. And it's just it's a talent factory.
Isn't it hard it's hard to repeat though? Right?
It is very hard to repeat, but Ohio State, it's a talent factory. I'm going with them over Georgia in my national championship.
All right, 2 studs, 2 big ones. We'll see if James Franklin can win the big game. Guys, coming up after a short break, it's time for Sink or Swim. We got to talk about a special couple that just got engaged. We'll discuss more after the break. All right, well, she said yes. Taylor Swift, Travis Kelce, it's official, James. They're engaged.
Today was a fairy tale, Mike Davis.
Was it a fairy tale?
Today was a fairy tale.
I'm sure.
That's a Taylor Swift reference.
Oh, see,
I thought you knew that.
No, I don't know.
Okay.
I know like one song, Invisible String, and like her old stuff. Listen.
Drops on my guitar. Anyway, go ahead.
Happy for them.
They moved quick.
Yeah, but they've been
like
together
2 years, right? Is that
2
quick?
years? You kind of know once you're that age.
Yeah, I
though.
guess that's true.
You kind of know they've
They're
been
what,
through a
both
lot
in
of
their mid-30s?
relationships. Yeah, in 2 years at that age, you know. 2 years at your age, you don't know. It's different in your 20s. When you're in your 30s, 2 years, you know. But what do you think? You're happy for them. You think it's gonna last? Is this?
I think Travis Kelce's marrying up, and Taylor Swift is marrying down.
Really?
I think Travis would agree with that.
I think they look very.
No, they're
connected.
great together. Actually,
Like their
the chemistry is very
good.
good.
The chemistry.
Yes.
I like that.
They just look like they have a ton of fun together. They're
do.
both pretty chill and laid back. I'm happy for them. Good for Taylor Swift. Good for Travis Kelce. I mean, you just got engaged to the most famous woman in America, in the world.
Yeah.
Good for you, Travis Kelce.
No, I am. He's a cool guy. She's a cool girl. Happy for them. It's gonna be perfect for football season. She's gonna be able to flash that ring up in the box.
Unpopular opinion.
Yeah.
And we're going way over our time here.
Yeah.
I like seeing her chilling up in the
No, I do too.
in the box with Jason Kelce. She's just, she's hanging out like she's one of the boys.
No, I
that's cool.
People don't love when they do that. I think it's fun.
Yeah,
it's good.
fun.
I want to see what's happening. I love when they go to the Eagles box and Bradley Cooper's in there and stuff. Yeah, I like that. That's fun.
Sitting next to Scarlett Johansson and whoever, Jason Kelce smashing beers off his head, and she's in this rows behind him laughing. I think that's great.
We want that, James. And one day we want you to find love too and get engaged.
Both of us. Okay.
Yes, we need that. All right, guys, we want you to find love as well, and that means we also love when you give us a call, 702-855-3502. Give us a buzz. We'll see you next time here on Sound Off Sports.